CTR new podcasters should join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com. Have you heard about Book Authority's best new podcasting book winner, which is Dr. Tina J. Ramsey for her book, The Power of Podcasting, Unlocking Tips and Strategies for Podcasting Success. This book is your podcasting coach in a book. She is sharing so many strategies. This book reached #1 twice on Amazon for new release and best-selling book. So go ahead to ctrmedianetwork.com to purchase your copy today, or simply place your order on amazon.com today and unleash the power of podcasting.
My hope is that when they see this book, they see that there's many different opportunities that they can be a part of. It's just an intro book of different careers that they can see themselves in. Matter of fact, me being a mechanical engineer, I made sure that was in there. And so they just get a little piece of the different types of careers they can be, but then they could build upon it. So I want them to take it to the next level and take it where they can also hands-on activities, go do the job shadowing, go sit under someone. And so it takes them to the next level, and that's what I want them to see, and that they can be it as well.
I love that.
It's time for the Tina Ramsey Show. It's time to share.
Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Tina J. Ramsey, the host of the Tina Ramsey Show and podcast, powered by CTR Media Network. And we are live at LitCon, South Carolina, presented and sponsored by Blue Impressions Publishing. And today we're meeting some of the most amazing authors in all types of genres, getting to know, or I would say a bird's eye view of why they decide to do what they do and how they are going to impact you. So to my left, I have this amazing author, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about herself and a little bit about her background, as well as give us a small overview about your book.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for having me. My name is Tiffani Teachey, and I help kids be able to excel in math and science through STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, so they can gain access to college credit, scholarships, and advanced courses. And so my thing is, I'm just trying to get our kids exposed. I am an engineer by day, and then I try to get more representation in it. So that's why I do what I do and why I feel it's important. My books, What Can I Be? STEM Careers from A to Z, and then I've got so many other types of books with it. But then I have STEM Crew Kids Adventures, which is now them building different things with STEM-related activities and stuff. So that's what I do.
That's amazing. So when you thought about becoming an author, what inspired you to focus on STEM?
When I talk to the kids, they always have us engineers and everything go to the kids and talk to them. I would ask them how many's met an engineer, and not many hands goes up. But by the time I've done the activity, showed them how it's fun, I ask them again, how many's met an engineer? And so at that point, all hands should go up. And so that was that moment, that pivotal moment when I said, okay, I need to put this in writing. That is why I wanted to make sure there was some representation in it. My mom and my dad, entrepreneur and educator, they instilled in my brother and I, we're both engineers, the value of education and hard work. And so we would go to a math and science Saturday academy, and that's what got me into engineering and wanting to do problem solving. And hits then I've been representing.
I love it. So how do you hope that your book is going to impact or benefit its readers?
My hope is that when they see this book, they see that there's many different opportunities that they can be a part of. It's just an intro book of different careers that they can see themselves in. Matter of fact, me being a mechanical engineer, I made sure that was in there. And so they just get a little piece of the different types of careers they can be, but then they could build upon it. So I want them to take it to the next level and take it where they can also hands-on activities, go do the job shadowing, go sit under someone. And so it takes them to the next level, and that's what I want them to see, and that they can be it as well.
I love that because I have found that children, as well as adults, when we have that hands-on, it sticks. It sticks in it. stays in your mind, like it stays longer when you're totally engrossed in whatever you're doing. So as a featured author here at LitCon, presented by Blue Impressions Publishing, what aspect of this event was you most looking forward to?
I'm so impressed with LitCon, with Lena, the Blue Impressions. Like, I'm just so impressed that the whole conference has been amazing.
Yes.
The parts of being able to, I think what stood out was the whole getting the content, exchanging, getting people to talk about my book, and then I can talk about their book. I think that really stood out. And now we can reuse it to make sure that other people get to know about us. And so I think that really stood out too as well.
Listen, that's the part that I loved. And like I said before, I have been a part or experienced many different events, especially when you're podcasting and you're MC and stuff. But this event touched me in a different type of way. The authors, it was way more personable. It wasn't like selling, it was sharing.
Yes.
Okay, and it's a big difference between selling and sharing.
Yes.
And so it was just amazing, and hearing you guys' stories and your why. So when we think about LitCon's aim to provide their attendees as well as their authors a wonderful, unique experience with insight, based on your experience, what piece of advice would you give to a new inspiring author?
Know that you're telling your story and know your why. I think about the fact that you need to know your why because somebody needs to hear that story. And I think any genre you're in, somebody needs to hear that story. And so go ahead and do it. Go ahead and write and get that message out there because you'll be surprised who's really going to learn from it. And I think that's been the biggest piece of it is know your why and always go back to that why. When it comes to the author, it is a business. And so just remembering your why, I think is the biggest piece of it.
I agree. So when you think about everything that you're doing with your books and touching on a genre that is so needed today because we're living, I tell my children, I said, right now, the time that we're living is going to be written in history books. Children is going to be learning about us 10 years from now, what we did from 2020 on now because it never happened before, right? And so now we're seeing the onslaught of AI. We're seeing digital. It's never going back to how it used to be. And so I feel that what you're doing is so needed now because our children need to think about this because if it's never presented to them, they would never think about it. So I appreciate you doing it. I'm an educator too, so I just, that's just my thing.
Yes.
Okay, so when you think about that with your books, is there any one thing that you would like to highlight so that it would encourage someone to go and just check out your book?
Yes. So like I said, this alphabet book, What Can I Be? STEM Careers from A to Z, it gets them a good starter. This is a good intro. So just many of these careers, many of parents and might not know how to say some of these and stuff, but it gives them a good intro. So I would say take this, and then the next one is the STEM Career Kids, where it's building a balloon powered car. So now they're starting to do activities and everything too. So those would be some takeaways. And definitely, if you're trying to check it out, I got some freebies as well. The www.stemisttheway.com, as I'm representing, and you can learn more about the STEM activities. I have a free 10 STEM scholarships and organizations ebook, and that's been a way to now get exposed to the different STEM activities.
That's amazing. So all you homeschoolers out there, you know I'm talking to you. This is a great book for you to immerse your children or build a curriculum out from her books. You know, I teach you guys how to build a curriculum from scratch from anything you have. Okay, you just take a little creativity and navigate the educational system to fit in, because this don't need to be fit in, it's already in, but it's expanded for all your different grade levels. On that note, thank you so much for stopping by, sharing with us about STEM, and I just love it for myself, not only just for the viewing audience, but for myself as well. And is there anything else you want to share with them?
Now, not only do I do my own, but I also have my own publishing agency. So I focus on getting more children's books out there. Just like I've done it, I want others to be able to do it too. So not only do I do the STEM books, but I want to get others. So I have clients with Inspired Authors Publishing. So definitely want to make sure we get more children's books. So publishtherightbook.com, www.publishtherightbook.com, if you want to see yourself get some children's books.
That's amazing. So she does children's books and she does STEM, you guys.
Yes.
So all of you who have that book that's you want to birth that book, children's book, make sure to check her out. Again, you guys, thank you so much for being a part of the Tina Ramsey Show. And remember, come back the same time, same place next week. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Time to share, shine and grow.